Hear your voice.
Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining another special edition of the show. Trent, we are a couple of days removed from Hell in a Cell, a great pay-per-view. But we are here. We are live on a Wednesday night in the TWF studios. I'm your host, Bangham South. You are now listening to the Wrestling Fans Podcast. And along this ride with me, I've got the best in the world today, the man known as Trent Williams, the only guy that I know that thought the Street Profits could possibly obtain NXT Tag Team Gold in a month. More on that later. Trent, dude, like I said, we got to talk about Hell in a Cell. We got to talk about some craziness that happened this week in the world of professional wrestling. So are you ready, my friend?
I'm ready.
Okay, dude, let's stop stalling and get right into the show. Let's kick it off with Hell in a Cell. We gave our predictions last week. Our predictions went in my favor. I'm just throwing it out there. But dude, I mean, everything happened really well for the show. I didn't really have any dull spots. I think I switched the channel and maybe watched the football game during Randy and Rusev.
Right.
But other than that, I love the pay-per-view, man. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't have my 100% full attention on it because earlier that night before the show came on, my dad went to Walmart and slipped up and hurt his knee. So I was more worried about that situation than I was the show.
Oh, what? Were you in the hospital during the pay-per-view or?
No, I was at home, but he was in the ER waiting. My aunt carried him up there.
Man, that is terrible, dude. That's terrible.
Yeah, and it was on the same knee that he got replaced last year.
Oh man. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. And I can understand why you weren't really focused on the pay-per-view. Did you get a chance to watch it, or I mean, did you?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It's just some of the matches I didn't pay as much attention to.
Okay. Well, I mean, let's just go from the high spots. Obviously, you know, I think we went back and forth on who was going to win between the Usos and the New Day. All of my projections or my predictions went to the left, right? I thought Kofi would be in the cell. He would do something crazy with just Xavier and Big E. That's the fault of the New Day, right? When you don't get Kofi and Big E, it's kind of a telltale sign.
Yeah.
But the match was more brutal, and that works for being in a Hell in a Cell instead of flashy and dramatic and more shock value with them flying all over the cage and stuff like that.
Which is what we would get later on in the night with other stuff.
Right. So this one was, I mean, it was almost barbaric with them using the kendo sticks and handcuffs and stuff like that. So that was a cool, I thought that was a cool way to do it. And plus it didn't, the cell didn't, end the show. It opened the show.
Right.
So that was
I think I said on last week's show that they might bookend the show with the two cell matches.
Yeah, but with them, because I have to admit, I watched the pre-show.
Oh, I didn't really even watch it this time,
dude. And you probably watched it in the past. Is Rosenberg playing a gay character?
Not that I know of.
Or is Rosenberg just Trent? I'm not sure if you follow Peter Rosenberg before he got on a WWE panel. Yes, he's a huge wrestling mark, but he was a host of Hot 97, a huge, if not the biggest, hip hop radio station in New York. So you hear this guy, or you heard this guy for so many years, and when he gets on the WWE panel for pre-shows, he comes off like the Velveteen Dream.
Right.
So I was like, okay, maybe that's a character. I don't know. But they're like, hey, we're going live. We're going live. and the cage is coming down. So I'm like, oh, cool. Like they're going to start the show off with the cage. That kind of, dispels the myth of, okay, what's going to close the show? How are they going to do the ordering of the matches? But to have the cage first and then it raises up and then, you have all your matches, get all your matches out of the way, and then it comes back down. I thought that was a great way to, kind of structure the show.
Yeah. As far as Rosenberg goes, I can stand him more than Sam Roberts. Something about Sam Roberts I just don't like.
Dude, did Sam Roberts? Did Sam
very distracting?
Okay, I haven't seen Sam Roberts on there for a while, dude.
Like he does the Raw ones.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the next Raw pay-per-view, I got to check that out. Yeah, I haven't seen. I thought I saw Sam Roberts on like the WrestleMania one or something, but
yeah, I think both of them was on there.
Okay. Yeah, he hasn't been on there for a while. Okay. Yeah. So the New Day lose. Big.
We gotta talk about a couple of spots in this match that were really cool, like the trapping somebody in the corner of the cage with the kendo sticks. That was pretty cool.
That was nice, man. The rainbow colored Skittles colored kendo stick. Yeah, that was cool. I thought that was my favorite part.
Yeah, I mean they had a whole darn marching band up under that ring.
Oh yeah, he put out like 4 Francescas. Yeah, that was ridiculous. When they handcuffed Xavier and just let's be honest, nailed him to the cross and start beating him. That was kind of graphic. Like it was a brutal Hell in a Cell match, man.
And I also like the Doomsday Suicide Dive that I believe the Usos did.
Yeah. It was tough. Like that was, dude. I thought we were getting like a 450 splash from the top of the cage. I thought we were gonna get all these crazy high spots, but they went really hardcore in this match almost instantly, if not from the very beginning, right?
Yeah. Was you worried at the beginning though when they were doing a little bit of the comedy that you was like, oh no, this is gonna be a comedy match more than it turned out to be?
The comedy went the comedy when what comedy are you talking about?
I don't know. It just seemed like even when they were doing like the band stuff and stuff, they were doing more of a comedy thing at the beginning.
Well, see, that's what I thought.
Out different stuff.
That's what I thought was building up to our normal New Day match, or that's what I thought would have built up to a 5-star match, a match of the night. Like I can't even really say what was match of the night on this card, but I don't think the New Day and the Usos got match of the night, but like stuff like that.
I thought it was match of the night.
I mean, I'm thinking about it right now, considering. Wow, I guess that. But even if you give match of the night 4 stars or 3.5,
I would go 4.5.
Really?
I really enjoyed the match. Yeah.
Okay. No, and there's nothing wrong with that. I was watching the pay-per-view and I'm thinking, okay, maybe my expectations were way too high that someone was gonna do a quadruple backflip and bring a unicorn into the ring. I don't know, but I just thought that match had so much more, or they could have went totally different than where they went, because we're not gonna see graphic details of the carnage that happens in the Hell in a Cell, aka blood. Like you're not gonna see that. So to beat somebody profusely with a kendo stick and, show scars on Instagram the next day is like, like I want to see somebody's face grinded on the fence and have blood, but you're not going to get that. So, that's where I was coming from.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, like I've accepted that we're not going to get that with Hell in a Cell matches anymore. So this is how you get a good Hell in a Cell match now, with a match like this.
Okay. I see where you're coming from, man. Definitely see where you're coming from.
I have breaking news.
Okay, go ahead. I
just got liked on Twitter by the Tasmanian Devil herself.
Listen, we need one of these chicks because you have a lot of chicks on the show. and I've asked you this before. When you are tweeting these females, these talents, are you mentioning Are you mentioning the TWF podcast?
No, but I actually could have on this one.
Come on. All we need is for one of your females, one of your ladies, one of your dime pieces, one of your ladies with smiles On the show, man. On the show.
Yeah, and that actually just happened like right when we were starting the show.
What did you say?
I said Nikki Cross is so much fun to watch. There's a reason why I nicknamed her the Tasmanian Devil of NXT.
Oh crap! For real? That's cool.
Yep.
That is pretty cool. Nicely done, my friend. Nicely done. Hashtag TWF next time.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. Okay, so yeah, let's move on from that tag team match, but I don't think we need to go through a bunch of the other matches.
Right. Yeah. Orton and Rusev, I didn't really see that much of that match. The women's title was okay, nothing special. Let's see, what else do we have? The Bobby Roode Dolph Ziggler match was okay, I guess. And the Shinsuke Nakamura Jinder Mahal match was boring as crap, like all of Jinder's matches are.
But the Colossus is it has to be on the same level as the Stone Cold Stunner or the Rock Bottom.
Oh no, I don't think so.
No, listen. It put Shinsuke down for the 1, 2, 3, man.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna pop for the Colossus like I am the Stunner or the Rock Bottom.
I'm not saying you got to pop for it, but that's something that can end the show. That is a showstopper right there, man. That's a 1, 2, 3 knockout.
Yeah, I'm curious where Nakamura goes after being beat clean again.
Yeah, this is a difficult situation until we know what's going to happen at Survivor Series. I'm gonna hold my breath on Jinder Shinsuke 3.
Yeah, I mean Survivor Series they could do another SmackDown versus Raw thing, which means the actual SmackDown feuds we'll have to wait until December for.
Yeah, I just don't see Jinder Mahal representing SmackDown in a Survivor Series match.
Yeah, well here's the thing, they're keeping him champion, I think, for a while until they go on their India tour, which I believe is in early December. So I wouldn't be surprised if he might lose it at the December pay-per-view.
Okay. And that makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
But we got to get something. If the writing's on the wall of when it's going to happen, at least build it up to something other than a regular match. Do something like you can't have a no disqualification. You got to ban the Singh brothers from ringside. You got to spice it up because you've had the same match twice already.
I don't think we're getting Nakamura Jinder again. I think we're going with AJ. I think AJ's going to be the one that beats him. Okay,
and then set up AJ and Nakamura probably at WrestleMania?
Yep.
Okay. That's, yeah. Well,
I'm sorry your whole Hulk Hogan theory, hasn't played out yet.
Hulk Hogan is definitely coming back. We all know that. No, but here's the thing. I've said it before. If you have Shinsuke as your champion, whoever his opposition is, whoever his opponent is, needs to be able to talk. And we've had that with Jinder. Maybe we can keep Shinsuke hot, but not really have him chasing a title, just so he doesn't have to get on the mic, man. Just
right.
That's just how it is.
But to me, I'm starting to get a little bit of disappointment out of Shinsuke. He's not really giving me that match that I would expect from him. Like the only match that that I've really liked of his was his first match. The others have been okay, but I mean, I feel like he's not living up to his reputation that he had coming from New Japan.
I would say this. I think it depends on the talent in the ring. The Money in the Bank match. They booked him well. I mean, they booked him well. Those weeks leading up to that on SmackDown, they booked him well. The Dolph Ziggler match was cool. Any match that has to run a little bit longer than 10 minutes works, but you're also dependent on the other person in the ring. I mean, that's just what it is.
And another thing, people will tell you too, Nakamura has a reputation of kind of taking it easy a lot of the time, as far as not giving his all.
Yeah, you can see that. Like you can see that on SmackDown sometimes. Mm-hmm. I mean, like every appearance, or every occurrence that he's on SmackDown used to be like, oh my god, like almost it had the same level of energy as the Undertaker. Right. I mean, listen to the crowd when he comes out at the pay-per-view, man. I mean, people sing the song instantly, right? But it's not there every single week because I mean he's really not doing anything. Like he's not squashing people. So yeah, I mean it does come off a little lackadaisical, but that's because there's nothing to be motivated by. I mean,
right.
I guess you got to come out there and do it every single week, like you're facing a champion. But I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, and then I guess we can get to our main event of Shane and Kevin Owens.
Okay, so what did you think about just the match? Obviously, we knew Shane was gonna fall or do his dive. But what did you think about the match in general? The fighting on the inside, Shane is telling them to open the gates, or he goes to get bolt cutters. And listen,
he has a match against the bolt cutters.
Listen, a lawnmower, a cooler of beer, and a grill cooking ribs was under that ring. Let's just throw that out there. Let's just throw that out there. But yeah, man, what were your thoughts on the match?
It was good. I felt it was a little bit long. I felt like they could have shortened it up a little bit. It was pretty good. I like the hesitation by Kevin Owens from jumping from the top. That was a nice touch.
Okay.
Obviously the finish was really cool with the Sami Zayn thing. Yeah, it was a decent. I mean, some people are making it a little bit better than what I thought it was. Some people are calling it the greatest Hell in a Cell match ever. I wouldn't go that far. It was all right. But I will say that I do still enjoy the AJ Shane match more than I did this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, we'll have to disagree right there. Okay, here's the thing, man. This was the 20th anniversary of the Hell in a Cell, or it's been 20 years since Taker and Shane did it, and it's 19 years since Mick and the Undertaker did it, with Mick,
falling off,
basically, just losing a bunch of organs and teeth. So you had those expectations,
right?
I will say this, man. Like the match inside was cool. The coast to coast was cool. The punishment delivered was cool. When they went outside the ring, that's when you started to think like, okay, it's about to go down. When Kevin Owens has Shane laid out, like I'm thinking of ways that they're gonna do it, right? I'm thinking, man, is Kevin Owens gonna frog splash him from the top? That's what I was thinking.
I thought for a second he was gonna do like a senton backsplash off the top.
Right. Or then Shane climbs up the cage and they're up there fighting. And here's what I'm saying. It's the expectation, man. That was elevated to a height that you couldn't believe. I'm watching it, looking at the squares on the top of the cell, thinking like, man, that one right there looks shaded a little bit differently. Maybe it looks thinner than the other ones. Why are they avoiding that square or that block? Maybe that's the trapdoor. Stuff like that. And that's where you were thinking, man, because I don't think they ever had that camera angle before for that Hell in a Cell. Usually it's even, like you're looking at the ring. This one was kind of at a 75-degree angle, or that's a horrible angle, but 3/4 of an angle view, like literally on top of the cage. So maybe that's what people were doing. They were expecting so much, and it kept you intrigued,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that one right there, that panel right there, they're not going nowhere near it. It has to be the one that they're going to go through. Right.
So here's the thing though. When Kevin Owens doesn't jump and then Shane does jump, did you see Sami Zayn push or I guess pull or grab Kevin Owens from imminent danger?
No, I didn't, because I looked down at my phone for half a second, and by the time I did, the spot was over.
Oh man, that's crazy. No, I saw Shane do that bump, man, and I still don't see how somebody would say, I'll do it. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. Yeah. Twice? Yeah, sure. That's fine. That's cool.
Yeah, I survived a helicopter crash. Of course, I can survive this.
Man, I don't know. That I was looking at the table to see if maybe it was rubber enforced. I'm trying to make all the excuses in the world, but I couldn't do it. That's a tough bump, man.
Yeah,
that's a tough bump. So, what do you expect from Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens? Are we getting a festival of friendship? I mean, what are we doing?
Well, obviously, I'm guessing they're going to be a team for a while. I don't know, but I don't see them going for like the tag titles or anything. So I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do. I don't know if the feud with him and Shane is over. I don't know. Maybe we'll start a Shane versus Sami Zayn feud.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Would we get another duel like Jericho or like Jericho though? I mean, just with them having each other's back.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, because this is a drastic change from just them fighting 75 times a year. Now we're gonna see them on the same page, you know?
Yeah, and I hope in the future, if they break up again, they try and leave Sammy as the heel and turn Kevin as the face and do it the other way.
Maybe they could do that. Maybe they could. Maybe listen, because obviously Sami Zayn has taken his coke addiction to another level.
Right.
Maybe his drug addiction gets too much for Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens has to stray from him. You never know.
Yep.
You never know. All right, man. Overall, though, now that you got a chance to watch the pay-per-view, A, B plus, A minus?
Well, first off, we forgot one of the matches. The triple threat match between Dillinger and AJ and Corbin.
I liked it, but since it was a late edition with the triple threat, at the end of the day, it was still an AJ match.
Right.
But with Dillinger being in there, I kind of knew Corbin was going to win, so I was just looking to see how it ended. I mean, that was really it.
Yeah. Are you happy with Corbin being the U.S. champion?
I mean, it's not a happy or a sad or elated type of feel. I was shocked that he beat AJ clean last night.
Right.
But you know, that's why I don't really put a lot of attention into, well, he's being demoted and Bobby Roode's going to take his spot and all this other stuff. I mean, you know, that's just how the storyline can unfold. I'm not sure where this river full of tears thing is going.
Yeah.
Did you hear him say that at the end of the show?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know what that means. He needs a shirt that says Baron Corbin goes to the same biker bar every single week because his mom owns it just to order milk.
Wow, that's a lot to put on one t-shirt.
It is. That's a lot of small fun. I think I even shortened it too because I wanted to say he was a 45-year-old man, but it is what it is. No, I mean, you know, let's see where this goes because now you freshen it up. Now we're probably going to get Ty and Corbin a bunch of times, and AJ can kind of move on to something else. So we'll see.
Yep.
Okay.
SmackDown itself, did you have anything?
Nah, SmackDown was kind of lame to me, man. I'm just being honest. It was kind of lame. I mean, what do you do on a Tuesday night other than get Sammy's response? You know, have Bobby Roode come out and do his glorious thing.
Yep.
And then, you know, did you see let me ask you
Bludgeon this. Brothers?
No. Did you laugh when you saw the Bludgeon Brothers?
Well, it's funny because I was in like the kitchen, which is like right next to it, and I seen these two people until I'm like, who in the world is this? And I go over there and there's Harper and Rowan. I'm like, they look like they just come off the set of the Game of Thrones.
Bingo. I don't know.
I guess it's not as bad as their former leaders doing over on Raw.
Well, okay, one thing before we get back. Why, since Luke wasn't on TV, he just decided not to brush his teeth? Like is that what we're doing?
Okay, I was hoping that wasn't only me.
No, seriously. Like, is that what we're doing now? I mean,
I reckon.
Is that what we're doing? And Rowan, I kind of see why they didn't let him talk. He has a different type of accent or just a different cadence, so I can see why he didn't really talk much. But the Bludgeon Brothers, okay, all right, good job there, guys.
Yeah, I'm happy to see them back on TV, but I don't see how far this can really go. But if they put them in matches against the Usos, that could be really good.
Yeah, I mean Rowan and Harper, I was fine with that.
Yeah,
you know,
me too.
They don't have to come out with fake machinery.
Yeah, hammers and all that.
I
know what they're taking. They're also kind of copying War Machine.
How?
They're giving sort of like a Game of Thrones sort of thing.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were more like Viking. I didn't know I don't know what War Machine is. I don't know what War Machine is. I just know it's like kilts and no. I really thought it was I really thought it was like barbarian, like Conan the Barbarian, Viking type stuff. That's what I thought it was. That's what I don't know if it really pulls from one specific source though.
Yeah.
Why does everybody want to copy War Machine though?
I don't know.
That is like everybody's doing War Machine. Oh man.
I guess it's the hot thing.
I guess. Speaking of hot garbage, Sister freaking Abigail. Trent, you said, or we said, Bray Wyatt better not come out in a dress. Because if he does, I'm taking JoJo.
Right.
Not only did he not come out, is that the Sister Abigail character was another transformation visually. Looked like he had like a sheet over his face and his eyes painted with black diamonds, I guess, and maybe a white face. I really couldn't tell. And they gave him a robotic type chipmunk voice.
Somebody said, "Oh, Sister Abigail's Vern Troyer."
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, my question to you is, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with it. But how does he transform into Sister Abigail outside of a promo when he has to wrestle? How does that happen?
I don't know, but I'm interested to see it happen because it's going to get a good laugh out of me, I'm sure.
See, I'm trying not to. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, man, because there are people that work at WWE that get paid plenty of dollars, probably get paid more than me, to come up with, hey, Bray's sister, that Sister Abigail chick, right? We want to bring her out. Yeah, but we killed her off and we burnt her up and burned her. Screw all that though. She can come back. Like Finn. Finn comes out as this demon character, right? He paints his face. He put little things on that we sell at the concession stand. Yeah. Well, Sister Abigail can just be Bray Wyatt. He can just paint his face or something. I mean, they get paid to say that. Now, right. If Bray comes out with a different finisher, all the theatrics that happened at WrestleMania with the bugs and the roaches and the worms, like stuff like that, the lights going off 17 times in a match, to me that would signify or demonstrate Sister Abigail at work. Yeah. He could still come out as Bray Wyatt, but to have her presence in the building or something, that would probably work. If he comes out with a white face and black eyes, I'm done.
He is too. Boy, Bray Wyatt has had like an entire year of crap this year. He's had the WrestleMania match, he's had the House of Horrors, and now he's got this stupid shit. And the bad thing is, I believe that if this don't work, which I don't see it working, that's it for Bray, because Sister Abigail was the last thing I feel they could have went to get some kind of interest or intrigue into Bray. Yeah. And maybe it works out, but I still feel like they should have went of actually having an actual woman to do it and be his like manager or something.
I would have loved to have seen that, but we talked about it. Does the chick take away from Bray? I mean, man, I'm just sitting here thinking about the Bray Wyatt character.
It couldn't have been no worse than what we're getting, though. I mean,
no, it couldn't.
And another thing, it could have given somebody on the Indies or somebody in NXT another payday.
But dude, here's the thing: they went from mentioning Sister Abigail's presence to showing her in 7 days. Yeah, I mean, you could have built intrigue up and had time to come up with something creative, giving it 30 days or something like that. In 7 days, it seemed a little rush. And what we got with him, with that little vignette was dorky. But I asked you this, and I really want to, get your thoughts. And you do have the WWE Network. You can verify all of this. Give me a really good character that was supposed to be dark and demonic, even, that WWE had.
That turned out to be good?
That turned out to be a success.
Other than Undertaker and to a lesser degree Kane.
That's it, right? And those are really one and the same because they built off of each other.
Right. Yeah, I mean, none. I can't think of any others.
And they've had a million. Like, let's be like, they've had a ton. I like think of the Undertaker. He scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. Even when like in his buried alive matches, when his hand would come to the dirt, like that stuff was crazy, right?
Right.
But now you don't have anything like that, man. Like you had a dude with a team around him, people that looked up to him, his minions or his slaves. Then they all left because of a show change, I guess. He had a compound that got burnt up, and that people burnt his house down, and he like this dude had people. This dude had people singing. He's got the whole world in the palm of his hands, or however that song goes.
Right.
And I mean, he had holograms, and nothing just sticks.
Yeah. They're not too good with their dark evil characters, really.
So I mean, that's where I think we're headed. It's like it just doesn't. They're not good at that, But if he can I think he just needs to be Bray Wyatt, man. I mean, like that's the only thing that really is going to work, because you don't have to build off of theatrics. But this Sister Abigail thing. Let me ask you one more thing.
Okay.
How long of a leash do you think they have on Sister Abigail?
What you mean?
Sister Abigail can't last 10 years.
No.
Sister Abigail is either going to work or fail, but I think it's going to work or fail in less than what? A month? The next, like, I don't think we're talking about Sister Abigail at WrestleMania.
No, I don't think so either. No.
So
this might be the only time we see her, like this pay-per-view, this feud.
Okay. And then maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe she's his X-Men power or something like that. But like I said, to do it in 7 days was rushed.
They would have never been able to do it, I doubt it. But like, he talks about Sister Abigail, she was young and all that. Why not get Izzy to do it? That would have been better than this.
Oh man, dude!
Yeah, he's like a creepy little girl to do this.
Because nobody, and I mean, they could have make up that chick, and nobody would have even known. I mean, like, let's say Bray and Finn are fighting in the ring, and it just goes dark, and then this little kid comes down in a gown, in an all white gown with ratty, messed up hair, walking down to the ring, and that could be Sister Abigail. That'd be crazy.
Yes, so much better.
Because you can have entities like that. I mean, like that Bray coming out as a woman. I just don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. The presence could be more than actually seeing it in a tangible state.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you talk about the writers do come up with it, but at the end of the day, it's Vince that if Vince don't like it, he don't have to put it through. So how in the world does he like this? How does he think this is a good idea?
I don't know. I think they get to build on it, but I think the first 7 days, they could have did something else in the first 7 days.
Yeah,
my God, I think they could have did something else in the first 7 days, like the Undertaker. They used to have the Thunder and all that crap, right? He could have shown, like, didn't this dude steal the Undertaker's power? And like, he's had so many wacky little deals, but like you could have shown Sister Abigail's presence, man. I mean, like lights could have went off and it could have been 50 women in the ring with Finn Balor. Like, you could have did something like that, but they chose to have him on screen with a white face and black eyes.
Yep, and a sheet over his head.
Talking like Vern Troyer.
Yeah. Good to go. You know how to book them.
Oh man. Okay, let's get off the Sister Abigail thing. Let's go something that was more powerful, more promising, and it's gonna sell a lot of merchandise, and that is the Shield.
Yes.
So the Shield reunited, maybe for one night, maybe for a lot longer. And they took down Braun Strowman, right?
Yep, and the Bar and the Miz.
Okay, so now at the TLC pay-per-view, it's a 3-on-4 match.
Yep, 3-on-4 handicap TLC match.
Okay, is there any possibility of a fourth participant with the Shield to make this pay-per-view over the top?
I don't see that happening. No.
Okay. Is it a TLC match or is it just a regular 3-on-4?
Yes, the TLC.
Wow. Okay.
They'll just do pinfall.
It's a 3-on-4 tables, ladders, and chairs match, and you get to win by pinfall.
Yep.
With Braun Strowman.
On that match, they had the Shield's first match, real big match together, and when they formed, which was them against Hell No and Ryback.
Yeah, but that was still 3-on-3, right?
Right. But you had to get Braun on the card somewhere.
Wow. But see, that's I'm not against a 3-on-4 matchups because you gotta show that the Shield is that great. But damn, man. I mean, geez, that's a combustible combination, man. Seven dudes. That's a great way to end the show, though.
Yep.
So we'll keep this thing going. I mean, we'll keep the fist pumping going, and the Shield is gonna just run through everybody for the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
All right, dude. Now let's get into what I thought was the most surprising thing. Trent, I don't know.
All the women that were trying to fight to earn the right to get their butt kicked by Asuka.
Do you know that was the silliest thing I've ever heard? I thought that was the dumbest thing in the world. Yep. Nobody wants to. That's the silliest thing in the world. No, I don't know if you've heard of this cruiserweight division. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's main event in Raw the last 3 weeks.
There's a show that's not on Raw, but like it comes on a day after Raw called 207, 205. Is it 205 Live or something like that?
Yeah, that's it. I've heard of that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So those guys get to main event on Raw. Not sure how that works. Not sure how that works.
And even with them main eventing 3 weeks in a row, I still haven't cared to check out 205 Live.
Okay, so Rey Mysterio and Enzo Amore, they have a match. Sorry, not Rey Mysterio. Kalisto, a Rey Mysterio ripoff. They have a main event match for the title, and Kalisto wins, right?
Yeah.
Congrats, Kalisto, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But there's rumors that Neville's mad and upset, so I guess he took his ball and went home. Yeah. No confirmed reports of whether he's done or not, but I would think it's a slap in the face of where they're going with this cruiserweight division, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Tough situation to be in for 205 Live because if you weren't paying attention to Enzo being on 205 Live, how many people do you think WWE expects for Kalisto as your champion?
Yeah, I agree.
So,
and now with Neville not there, which Neville was pretty much the biggest draw of that division. He was the only one that people really cared about since Aries left.
Yeah, I don't really know what you're doing with the whole 205 Live division. I like giving them a look on Raw. It's still shocking. I don't even think I'll ever get over the fact of seeing them as the last match or the last segment. But you got to do what you got to do, and maybe that just ain't doing it, man. Yeah. 205 Live has to go away at some point. At some point, yeah.
We had a pretty good promo battle between Mickey and Alexa.
Oh, what was said? Was there any old and bad hip shots?
There was old in this, but like Mickey had better, comeback. Like it was actually Mickey that come out there at first to start it and respond to Alexa and stuff. It was pretty good.
All right, okay. All right, I'll have to check that out then. Definitely got to check that out.
Yeah, it made me remember that Mickey James is better on the microphone than I give her credit for, or that I'd like to remember her for. Like I never think she's that good, but then once I hear her, I'm like, yeah, she is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't really remember any promos she did back in the day. I really remember
like the backstage stuff with Trish and stuff where she
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing that I remember.
I was hoping we'd get that with her and Alexa. A boy can dream.
Welcome to the show. Oh man. Yeah, I just remember her love affair with Trish Stratus.
Instead, we're getting that behind closed doors with Alexa and Nia, I guess.
Is that a welcome to the show?
I guess that's what she was doing in Alexa's dressing room the other week or whatever.
Okay. I didn't know we were doing that. I did not know we were doing that. Wow. Okay. So you're saying that Nia Jax asks Alexa Bliss to practice doing the power bomb, but she leaves her up over her arm for a while. Okay, all right. You are okay. What you tell me where we're going from here? I don't know where we're going from here.
I guess that's pretty much all. I mean, nothing happened on NXT really to note.
Nah. Nothing happened on NXT. I think we're good there. Selena Vega is still the hottest chick out right now.
Yeah, she's definitely pretty hot.
Yeah.
Not Alexa, but she holds her own.
Yeah. Definitely.
I guess speaking of hot chicks, we can talk about Allie from Survivor.
Let's do that.
Yes, so she voted out. She was one of the people that voted out the person that she knew before the show, Patrick. Patrick is the latest evictee or latest cast off from Survivor.
Damn. You had Patrick though, right?
No. Wait a minute, maybe I did. Yeah, I think I did have him. Yeah.
There we go. Survivor Triple H. Listen, we can go 3 for 3, man. Whatever this next one is Trent, you're a CBS expert. What's the next reality show that they're going to do after Survivor?
I'm not sure when the next season of Amazing Race will start. It might be the next thing. Well, they're doing Celebrity Big Brother, but I doubt we'll do a draft on that because the rules might be different than regular Big Brother.
Okay, all right. So they won't take a hiatus around the January timeframe.
Yeah, if Amazing Race comes back, we can do that one. Or if not, we can do the next season of Survivor, which will be like in February. I think.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, man, that'll definitely work. Yep. Any news on Dancing with the Stars?
Nikki Bella's still safe on there. She survived another week.
Can she dance? Can she dance, Trent?
Yes, she's getting better. I thought she's done a little bit better this week than she did the last 2 weeks.
Okay, all right, okay, cool. That's still gonna work. Is T.O. still?
Yeah, he's still there
on the show. Okay, all right. I mean,
Frankie's still there. Little Frankie Muniz, he's still on there.
Frankie.
So this week we had the elimination of Derek Fisher.
Oh yeah, that was a money grab, man. That was a money grab.
That's the right one, ain't it? There's 2 Fishers on there. He's the basketball guy, right?
Yeah. The short black guy with not short. I'm shorter than him, but bald head, light skinned black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek Fisher.
I was sad to see him go because of who his professional dance partner is on the show. She's one of my favorites.
Is she hot?
Yes, she is. Think I'm going to be cheering for somebody that's not?
What the? Welcome to the show.
I am.
Wait. Does she have a nice smile?
Yeah.
You're a terrible person. What's her name, Trent?
Her name is Sharna.
Okay, at least you know the name.
Sharna Burgess.
Sharna Burgess.
I think she's like English or something.
Okay, all right. Oh, yeah. Okay, nicely done, man. Nicely done.
And she's one of them that's got the red hair like Eva Marie.
Oh, damn. Yeah. So, okay. So I kind of see where you're coming from. Is when we get these eliminations, not only are they taking the celebrity off the show, but they're taking some nice eye candy off the show as well.
Right. Their dance partner. Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see where you're going with that, man. Cool.
Yep.
But T.O., Nikki Bella, Frankie, who else was somebody that we kind of mentioned on Dancing with the Stars?
The Lachey's, Nick and Vanessa.
Both of them are on there?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
He did a really good job this week. I enjoyed him this week.
Nick Lachey. Why am I thinking what's the cat off Saved by the Bell? Slater. Yeah, AC Slater. Why am I thinking? I have no idea. Why did I think that was Nick Lachey for a minute? I don't know.
You think about Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez. That's what his name is. I don't know.
Which I believe he's been on Dancing with the Stars before.
Yeah. Okay, so Nick Lachey and Vanessa are on Dancing with the Stars.
Yep. Did I tell you the cool connection that him and his brother have? That's a pretty interesting note that both him and his brother were on Dancing with the Stars with former or current female people in wrestling.
No. Who?
Yeah, so he's on there with Nikki Bella, and his brother Drew, who was on season 2, was on there with Stacy Keibler.
Ah, okay. All right, okay.
Which is pretty interesting because it ain't like they have, like girls from wrestling on there that often.
No, but that's
pretty cool how they both got on there with one of them.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a total coincidence, or maybe management. Hey, my management said it would be a good look for me to be on the show. You're on the show. This can possibly help us. Whatever, blah blah blah. So yeah, that's an odd coincidence, but definitely a good thing.
Yep.
Cool, man. Awesome. So Trent, let me ask you this.
Okay.
We've got Brock Lesnar still as our champion for Raw.
Mm-hmm.
When the hell is he coming back?
I expect around WrestleMania time. And supposedly, Dana White was asked in the interview about something about Brock Lesnar fighting again, and Dana White said, which I don't think he was supposed to, that Brock is under contract until next August.
Oh wow! Okay, cool. Well, isn't he still on like his current suspension or something? I think he's suspended until December. I think or something.
Probably, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, he's under that contract thing. Doesn't really mean anything. I mean, if you're gonna fight, you're gonna schedule it 6 months out. I mean, it's not like you fight 10 times a year, but okay, cool. And then John Cena's still doing movies. No return date for him yet. So we're still moving along, man. We're still moving along.
Yep.
With that said, Trent, are we done?
I believe so. I can't think of nothing else.
Okay. I
can't think of any more things for you to say. Welcome to the show for.
Did you see this fantastic item with Santino Marella and Jim Cornette?
Oh yes, I seen that.
Okay.
Cornette's being a Liverpool piece of shit like he always is. God, that guy. I try not to wish harm on nobody, but man,
why are you wishing harm on Jim Cornette?
Because he's a butthole.
He is, but if take a chance or take a moment to realize how long we went without even bringing up hashtag Flim Cornette. Let's be honest, we haven't done that in a long time.
Long enough.
And that is very true. It's very true. I don't know. I mean, is he a cancer on your ass? Like is that where?
Yeah, he's pretty much. Yeah.
Is that the status that he holds now, though? From being well regarded as a fantastic wrestling talent,
yeah,
and a great wrestling mind, but now just a total dick.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Okay, and I mean, I think a lot of people share that.
It's hard. I mean, it's hard now. I mean, why it's not the same degree. It's kind of like a Benoit situation where you can't even think about his actual wrestling, accolades or whatever, because the way he is as a person just completely erases that, I guess you'd say.
Okay. From
your mind. Like, you think of Jim Cornette now more as a complete asshole than you do anything he did back when he was actually a manager.
Well, let me ask you this though. Is that due to the fact that he now has a platform where everyone has an extra platform outside of being in wrestling? So if Nikki Bella, I mean, I think you feel like I feel that John Cena is a complete dick, but like if Nikki Bella, was removed from the WWE and started tweeting out racist comments, and she I don't know, she was just a total witch in quote unquote real life, or she had a platform where she just nagged everybody, would you still feel the same way about her?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's what I guess that's what kind of happens. It's similar to sports now, right? I mean, you kind of want your athlete to do his job and play his sport. You don't really want to hear of any of their comments afterwards, right? You just want to watch the game and have fun watching the game. But if you tune into a radio show, or you're just out there cruising the net, you're like, oh, this guy has a show and he's talking about X, Y, and Z in negative fashion. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
you used to be the man, I guess, but now you're just coming off like a prick.
Yeah. I mean, and it's, it comes off as such a desperate way to stay relevant. It's what it is. I mean, it's a sad way to stay relevant for him.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Santino finally stood up for himself.
Oh yeah, definitely. I didn't even really want to read the article because I'm like, why? Why? But I saw it and I'm like, okay, that does make sense, man. I mean, everyone gets their just due, and Santino, like you said, finally stood up for himself, which is a great opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, like I try to like Cornette at first, and the first time you hear these things, like the stuff about Russo is funny and everything, but man, when he keeps on and on and on, and that's all he talks about.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's just like, I don't know if he can turn that off, like the wrestling mode. Like if he's always shooting, or if it's always a work. Like that's every time I listen to him, right? Every time I listen to Jim Cornette, I think he's actually in that mode. So like for a Christmas card, people would probably pay Jim Cornette to call you, and he would just disrespect you the entire time on the phone call. Like that's what I think Jim Cornette is now. So every time I listen to it, it's like, well, that's Jim Cornette, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, there's a difference between insulting people, like, you know, and the way some of the stuff that Cornette says. Like he takes it to a whole new level, I feel like.
Dude, I totally agree with you. Like I said, I just don't know. Or first of all, I don't take any of it seriously. Like as I listen to it, I listen to it as complete BS. But when I listen to it, I would listen to it and I would see the reaction that it got. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's why you're doing it. Because you get headlines from it, or people respond, and then you get a chance to respond, and you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So like you said, it's a cheap way to stay relevant. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that, man.
Yeah, and I mean, like he's pretty much turned even a lot of the people in the business against him by the way he's acted.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
And my gosh, I wish somebody would. I mean, like he's so stuck that it has to be like it was in the 80s. Like it's never going to be like that again. Never, ever. and he can't let that go. Like modernize. It's 2017. Come on, wrestling's changed a whole lot since then.
You know the crazy thing about it though, man, is like every other arena does that though. Like something that was a hit in the 80s, they bring it back.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess they are bringing Starcade back and War Games.
Yeah, I mean they're bringing all this stuff back. I mean it goes from music to clothes to entertainment, period. Everything that worked back then kind of works now. It's just, it may be modernized, but it's the same thing, Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he like said because they don't do like the Young Bucks or the Ricochet and all them, because they don't wrestle the style of back then, they don't mean anything to the business, or they're not gonna be remembered, or they're trash, or whatever he said about them. I mean, I just don't agree with that.
I totally get where you're coming from, man. I totally get where you're coming from. What he has to remember is that he may be accurate today, or he may think he's accurate today, but 20 years from now, they're going to be kids that grew up watching the Young Bucks and Ricochet, and they're going to credit them, and my gosh, the Young Bucks and Ricochet might have a wrestling school where they're going to learn from them or credit them. So whatever they're doing now is going to be mocked and mimicked 20 years from now, and people are going to call it the greatest thing ever.
Yep.
With that said, ladies, especially ladies, all of the listeners of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, make sure that you hit us up on social media. Go out to our Twitter page. Our official Twitter page for the show is
at TWF_podcast.
Now, here's the rundown. If you are a lady with a beautiful smile, a gorgeous smile, you're the height of Alexa Bliss and the weight of Selena Vega, DM Trent at
MTW3589.
And of course, hit me up at Bangham South. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter, retweet. You can probably run through Trent's timeline to see all the chicks that he's talking to right now. Let's just be honest about that. But make sure that you hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/TWF podcast. It has all the videos out there. Get our views up. Definitely subscribe, but listen and enjoy. Share. Definitely share. Not only subscribe, but definitely share. Get the word out. The Wrestling Fans Podcast, #TWF. But also make sure that you view us on YouTube. Definitely get our YouTube views up. Our YouTube channel is The Wrestling Fans Podcast. We have the weekly shows, the episodic weekly shows a couple of playlists with like quirky little stuff, funny little videos, and anything historic that Trent has said is out there on YouTube. So definitely check us out. Trent, plug your site.
My thoughts on pro wrestling.blogspot.com. I didn't do a review for Hell in a Cell because everything else that was going on, but I am fixing to start my several post series where I start running down my list for my Place to Be Nation top 100.
Okay. And we got until 12/15 to get that done, right?
No, the 31st, 12/31.
Oh, 12/31. Okay, cool. 15 more days. Awesome. Cool. With that said, man, thank you for joining, man. It was always a pleasure. Thank you guys for listening. Trent, hope you have a great weekend, man. And
tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Friday, 2 more days, WWE 2K18.
Oh, snap. Okay. Oh, dude. Yeah. So 2K18 comes out. Well, for you, it comes out on Friday. Is this a in-store purchase or is it on? Is it digital?
I'm gonna go in store.
Okay. So are you gonna be there at midnight?
Nah, I won't be there that early.
Okay. All right. No, just checking. Yeah, man. So give us some insight on the game. Tell us how you can be no one. Or be like no one.
Yep. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. The whole match creator options they have looks really fun. Like I seen a video where somebody, got to play it for a while and they made like a 6-person elimination tables match, which is pretty cool. So there's some fun options I can do with that match creator. So I look forward to that part. And you can also do 8-man tags, which is a new feature. So I'm pretty excited.
Quick question, man. Do you do like pay-per-views when you do that? I mean, I know that you said that you'll probably be playing one player a lot, but if you do the match creator, where would you really get to export that out?
That would just be like just playing like single player, like the exhibition mode or whatever.
Okay. All right. Cool, man. Cool. Awesome. A women's 6-person table match. That would be nasty. Crazy. All right, man. Enjoy WWE 2K18, man. Definitely enjoy that. That's going to be awesome.
The reviews next week.
Heck yeah. But until then, my friend, I will talk to you soon.
All righty.
Take care, man.
All right, bye.